All right, let's watch this. Here we go.
Ah, it's so nice traveling once again. Just kidding, it's a green screen.
Yeah,
I'm partnered with Elgato now. That's quite nice. Because I like all their stuff. But that's not what we're here to talk about today. Oh god, I didn't close it properly. I figured, hey, when I want to talk about something that involves live streaming, I'll just upload it to the second channel and talk about it. And today, I want to talk a bit about stream sniping. A lot of people have asked my opinions on it, because as you know, I do a lot of IRL content. And, well, I've had my fair share of stream snipers. Not always good or bad. First of all, I'm getting ahead of myself. What is a stream sniper? If you don't know, a stream sniper is basically when somebody tracks down a live streamer while they are streaming. Obviously, not while they're in their house, because that would be extremely weird and creepy, but for some reason, it's kind of accepted if the person is streaming in real life. Let's say I'm walking around, which I've done many times, and if somebody happens to be geographically close to where I'm...
Well, people look at it as like a challenge, right? And they look at it as like, how can I find where this person is? And it's like kind of like a fucking Where's Waldo situation.
Streaming, they might drive or run or walk to wherever I'm streaming to come and greet me and kind of snipe me on the stream. That's why it's called stream sniping.
Yeah, I don't think that's like, the thing is like, the problem with stream sniping is that 99.9% of this stuff is totally fucking fine. Like, I don't know how many times I've been at a convention and somebody is seeing like me or S-Fan, or like back in the day it was like Train, or let's see, who else did we really do IRL streaming with besides that? I don't know. Like, those are just the first three I come up with. And, you know, they saw one of us is streaming and they're like, hey, you know, what's up? And it's totally fucking cool. Right? 99.9%, it's totally fucking cool.
It's kind of accepted to be okay as a thing to do in streaming for some reason. It doesn't really have a bad rep as long as the person is normally cool.
As long as they say, hey, love this stream, and then they fucking leave unless they're really funny. There are people that are stream snipers and they stick around and they linger around and they're annoying, but it's totally fine if you see a streamer and you're like, oh, I know him, and you want to say hi, go ahead. I don't give a fuck. At least if it's me, I don't care. Just fucking say it, say your funny one-liner, call me bald, and then get the fuck off the screen.
This is not cool. The people generally do not like it. However, there is some dangers, and there are some kind of thoughts that I have and kind of concerns that I want to express. So Shibuya Kaho, a good friend of mine who I've made so many videos with, often does IRL streams in Japan, and sometimes she does them alone. However, she tends to do them not in Tokyo. The odds of getting stream sniped kind of go down quite drastically once you leave Tokyo. I did an IRL stream for about 8 days straight with a geographical exact location of where I was in real time to 15 to 30,000 viewers, and only one person actually came to us and said hi. Generally, it's quite safe to stream alone in Japan. Arguably one of the safest places in the world to stream if you're not streaming in Tokyo specifically. And Kaho was doing this. However, once Kaho had ended her stream and she was on her way back from that location to Tokyo, somebody had actually approached her who was watching her on the stream, knowing that she would need to get the train back home, and kind of confronted her at the station off stream. Obviously, when you have a camera running 24/7 broadcasting to thousands of people, are a lot less willing to commit crimes or do bad things. So when the camera goes off and you're not streaming, it suddenly becomes a bit scarier. Now, obviously, Kaho was very concerned, and she tweeted, my Twitch chat waiting for me at a station in Tokyo when they knew I was trying to catch my last train after streaming in Shizuoka, about an hour away from Tokyo.
Yeah, it's like, that's the thing, is like, whenever you're a chick, I think it's even worse. It definitely is a police situation, yeah, because it's like, the thing is, if you're doing it to girls, yeah, it's like if you're a girl and like this shit happens, like going out, it's like you're on a PvP server. Like, and I mean, obviously it's like kind of a joke way to say it, but it's not really that much of a fucking joke. It is fucking scary if you don't know what somebody is gonna do, right? Absolutely, the whole fucking chat, yeah. It's like, I remember one time, oh my God, there's this one dude, I know Miz talked about this shit, right? Where like this guy came into this place we were streaming at with a gun. Did he tell y'all about that shit? Yeah, he did, right? Because he's like drunk and shit. Yeah, I thought so. Oh my God, that was so annoying. And like the thing is that, yeah, on Emmy's birthday, yep, that's what happened. It ruined her whole fucking birthday. If you can believe that shit. Yeah, ruined the whole fucking stream. This stupid asshole shows up with a gun, And so anyway, destroy Mrs. Car. He did. And that's why I don't have an expensive car. And it's like, that's stressful. And like, why have that in your life? It's unpleasant. Then don't stream. Well, the thing is, why don't you just not have somebody with a gun that shows up and does that, right? I mean, that's the thing. Yo, hold up, give us some details. It's not a detail. I mean, everybody was like freaking out about it. Like, everybody else was like hiding behind the car. I wasn't even hiding behind the car. My brother, this dude's drunk. He's not gonna hit anybody, right? Like, it's not even gonna happen. Like, don't worry about it. But man, people were fucking terrified. Oh my God, they were scared.
Scared me in so many ways. Yeah, this is extremely concerning, especially given that Kaho was streaming alone and that no one was there with her. So
yeah, I have a small
it's very
hitbox
fortunate
too.
that it kind of just ended in a kind of creepy confrontation. It didn't really go anything beyond that. But who's to say it couldn't have? And obviously, all of the replies to this post are really concerned and worried.
My opinion about this is, I think it's a mistake to tweet something like this out, is because if you make it known that this kind of stuff bothers you, it attracts people that like putting people in compromising positions because it gives them a sense of misplaced power. And now they know that they might get attention on Twitter and they might get talked about. So like whenever somebody does something really weird, like I wouldn't talk about this gun situation theoretically if we thought that the guy came there like trying to kill somebody. The consensus was with the police that like he was actually just a drunk fucking idiot that just showed up and he happened to be there whenever we were streaming. That's what the entire consensus was. I don't think he even knew what Twitch was except for the thing he was doing with his arm, right? Like there's nothing. And he wasn't even a sniper. And it wasn't a sniper, it was just Texas. But like if anybody ever did any shit like that to me, I would immediately like never talk about it. I think that it's always bad to talk about this shit at all, because you amplify it and you make it known and you put the idea in more people's mind.
For Kaho, and I've told Kaho many times that I think that she should have people with her when she streams just in case, because it's scary. Like legit, like you are giving people an exact location of where you are. You're normally carrying a lot of equipment. You're worrying about what Twitch chat is saying. You're focusing on the camera. You're not actually paying as much attention to your surroundings as you would if you were just walking around normally. It is a completely different mindset that you're in. And of course, like any good YouTuber, this made me think about myself. YouTuber try not to skew every single thing about themselves, challenge impossible difficulty. Obviously, I have had my fair share of creepy stream snipers. So here's one that happened with me and Rob. We were in a massage foot bath kind of parlor, I guess, and randomly this gentleman walked in wearing a full gas mask, looking like a caustic main in his true habitat, holding a laptop, live streaming from the laptop webcam. And this guy was fully Japanese. His English was not very good, but he was really interested in sniping foreign streamers for some reason. So he had seen that one of my cables was acting up and he came to track me down to give me a replacement cable, which is I mean, it's fine. It's I've heard of worse motives to stream snipe someone. But then he whipped out his laptop with like a PS2 iToy here and started streaming us streaming, which is just no, it's not good. More often than not, especially like Rob.
If somebody did this, the way that I deal with this kind of stuff is that I just ignore it. Like, you just ignore it. If somebody's being annoying, it's like you can't do anything really to them. I don't want to escalate the situation. Who fucking cares?
Rob is an IRL streamer in Japan who is the GOAT. He's been doing it for so long. He's been here for years. And because Rob has been doing this for so long, he's built up a lot of friendly connections with a lot of businesses that will allow him to stream in Japan because they know that he's not doing anything bad, and they know that he's not disrupting any of the customers, and he's generally just a positive influence. However, these types of bonds or relationships with these businesses are very fickle, and if you do something that annoys them or you attract some attention that is unwanted, they might often not want you to stream in there ever again.
Yeah,
which is
I wonder
fair
why.
enough. Luckily, this person didn't make any ruckus or any disruptances, if you will, so it was fine. But it's just something that you have to think about, and I'm not even worried about my safety in those situations. My main concern when I'm streaming in Japan, and especially
if I was going to do anything to this guy, is I would go over there and I would mute my stream, and then I would just say a bunch of TOS shit on his stream on another platform, get him banned, and then go back to my stream.
When I'm inside a business or a place is that I do not want to get more attention that I'm already bringing on myself. I already have this cyborg-esque suit on my back. I don't need more people crowding around me and giving me way too much attention that might adversely affect how streaming will be perceived in that location or that place, right? I want to show that, hey, I can give promotion to this business and I'm not disrupting anything and I'm not doing anything bad. I'm just in, out, I do my thing, show the viewers, maybe get more eyes on it, and I get some content. It's a win-win. And so that's why it can just be a little infuriating. But obviously another huge concern is safety. You have no idea what somebody's motives are when they're tracking you down on a live stream. Maybe they just want a picture. Maybe they just want to say hi. Maybe they just want to get on camera for 10 seconds, or maybe they have more nefarious intentions. Maybe they want to try and steal something from you, or maybe they want to harm you in some way for whatever reason. You have to very quickly kind of play this off and figure out what's going on in the situation whilst having an audience of potentially 10 to 20,000 people watching you. You know, it's a lot of stress, and it takes a lot of brain power to figure out what the happening and what
it's stressful. It adds a lot of like unnecessary worry whenever you're streaming. It's like you never know like what's gonna happen, if this guy's gonna go off the rails. You know, you have no idea. Always stay strapped. Listen, the last thing you want to do is to have to fucking shoot somebody. Even if you shoot somebody and you get cleared, that is a -1 year and probably $20,000 of your life, because you're fucking stuck in court. You're stuck in fucking other proceedings. You're giving statements to the police. You're paying the lawyers. You don't want to have to fucking shoot somebody, okay? And banned on Twitch? Maybe you might get banned. Yeah. Never escalate the guns. Yeah, I mean, like, obviously, if somebody is that, look, man, I'm a big fan to stand your ground. Okay, somebody fucking threatens you, and you shoot them. I don't give a fuck. Okay, I'm gonna be honest, but that doesn't mean it's something that you want to do. You don't want to go walking around looking for trouble.
Do. Now, obviously, I'm very fortunate. I stream mostly in Japan, so I haven't had to worry about people kind of doing things they shouldn't be doing to me on stream, or saying things they shouldn't be saying, but it can happen. Here are some other examples of kind of uncomfortable stream sniping moments that we've had. Me, Pete, and Chris were at a bar. And again, remember, I do not want to disturb the business. That's my, like, main concern.
I think it's such a massive mistake to even show pictures of these people, because then, like, now people know that they can get under his skin by doing this. It's like, for me, if somebody does that, it's like, get them off the screen, don't talk about it at all. Because the more you talk about it or anything like that, the more it happens.
Is that I just do not want to be a burden to people around me. By doing these streams, I don't want to annoy or get in the way or interfere with any form of normal life that people have, right? Stream sniper comes, and it's obviously a little bit tipsy, you know, and you can't see this on the camera, but he basically blocks the way for the staff to get out with his baggage, and the staff are visibly annoyed about this, but you can't really see this on camera because of the way I've angled it. He then proceeds to just kind of ramble on about some kind of incoherent stuff, and just generally being a bit odd and uncomfortable.
You guys came at the right time. I mean, now it's not the same. Even my friends will be hating back. Thanks, man. Nice seeing you, man. Take care, dude. See you around. See you around, man. Take care. Nice to see some people without masks.
What's up, man? Take care, dude. Have a good day.
I hope you guys what you're looking for here. We've already found him.
I'm still looking, but I'll find it. Here it is.
What I was looking for, it does not exist anymore.
And obviously, we've kind of signaled to this guy.
That's the worst thing, man. They just sit around. It's like, all right, okay, you did the thing. Now you can leave.
Hey, nice meeting you. See ya.
Yeah.
Basically just saying, hey, please leave now. And this guy just kind of isn't really wanting to, and is kind of hovering around, and it's just quite uncomfortable.
Oh, no! That's all right.
And even at one point, falls over and nearly
probably
tips the
drunk
table
or something
over.
like that,
Again,
right?
just bringing so much attention to this already weird thing that I'm doing. And obviously, looking back, I felt like I could
He's balding too.
have handled this better. Maybe I should have just left the camera and just maybe explained to him very quickly, privately, hey man, don't do this. But it's also hard. You have 10,000 people watching you and judging every single
Well, you don't want to also have that person have a reaction that's going to make things worse. That's the thing, is like, whenever you do that and you introduce a conflict, you don't know how this person's going to act.
You're doing, you have to juggle all of these emotions and feelings and whatever is happening And so I'd like to think that the reason I'm not too concerned about stream snipers is because I think I'm pretty good at handling these situations.
The thing is, like, somebody wants to shoot me, they're gonna shoot me. Like, it doesn't matter, like, oh, TwitchCon, they have fucking, they have, metal detectors. Well, yeah, but they're gonna wait outside the building. When you walk out, they're gonna shoot you. That's what's gonna happen. Like, it can happen. Like, that's just life. Like, bro, people can do this shit in any country. They break the law. They're nuts. That's just what's gonna happen. I'm not gonna live my life worried about this shit all the time. It's like, yeah, it stresses me out every once in a while, but like, damn, I'm not gonna walk outside with a helmet on in case an asteroid hits me in the head. I try not to stress out about this shit. But sometimes, of course, it can be uncomfortable.
That I'm able to kind of juggle and figure out the vibe very quickly and kind of handle it as we go. And so I don't think I've ever had any really bad experiences, because I normally will kind of cut it off if I can tell that somebody is kind of up to something they shouldn't be, or if they have the kind of vibe where you obviously don't want to be around them much longer. And it's not just myself that I worry about with stream sniping. I also worry about the other person. I have experience being on camera. I know how to compose myself on camera. I know how to talk. And
yeah, because they're going to come back and like everybody's going to call them fat or something like that, and then they're going to look bad. No, I've had that happen too.
Know how to just not say dumb shit, except for trash taste. That's a different thing. However, sometimes people say things that I know that they don't mean it the way they said it, just based off their demeanor. However, what they say will be interpreted by the internet as far worse. A great example of this is when I was streaming in LA with Ludwig. We were streaming at round 1. The first hour was pretty okay. We got recognized a few times, but obviously after the first hour, where people figured out where we were and had more time to kind of drive over, the second and third hour, well, it was just insane. Like the amount of stream snipers we had, and the round 1 nearly at one point just stopped working because people just wouldn't leave us alone. All the staff started taking pictures. A lot of people there just kind of stopped what they were doing to
IRL streams were a lot different back in like 2017, 2018, because streaming wasn't as big and everybody's following wasn't as big. So like you would have proportionally less people come up to you.
Over and watch. It was a whole thing. It was crazy. And I didn't really talk about it much at the time because I was just trying to get through it and we were just trying to get out. When we turned off the camera, it even got even crazier. But we just
Someone says it's about being a celebrity, bro. It's got nothing to do with being well known. Like if you have an empty a camera with like it's just like a camera of a sidewalk, and that camera has 10,000 people watching it, some dude is gonna walk up to that camera and flip his dick out of his pants. And it probably will take like 3 hours for that to happen, max. It's got nothing to do with how popular a streamer is. It has everything to do with how many people are watching the stream. Because these people want to be popular. They want to get the attention. That's why they do it a lot of times. Yeah.
Wanted it to end there. Again, Ludwig is a huge deal. And so streaming with Ludwig, doing an IRL stream in one location, not moving around, yeah, it makes sense. And it was just the two of us. We were a little concerned about safety, but it all worked out in the end, luckily. Obviously, streaming IRL in America is a different beast and a lot scarier, I would say, just because anyone could have a gun on them, which is really concerning. Back to the point, sometimes they can be really well-intentioned stream snipers who want to come and say hi on stream, maybe ask a question. However, they ask something or say something that comes off as really creepy or weird or intrusive. A great example of this is on a stream I did with Ludwig when we were going around round 1 in LA. Somebody came up to me and was kind of being quite friendly, and they had a JoJo shirt, and you know, we were having a great time just chatting. Nice. And I was trying to, you know, just get on with the crane games. And he asked me, "Oh, where am I from in Tokyo?" And then he's like, no, where do you live?
Where do you live in Canada? In Tokyo? Yeah. Do you know which house this is? Which house? We're not one. What, my house? No, I don't. You want my address? No, not address. It's okay. See, don't worry about that.
And obviously, it came off as extremely creepy to the viewers. However,
yeah. And the thing is, like, that guy is probably not a stalker or some creep. He's probably just socially inept. That's what most people are, because like whenever I interact with somebody and a person does something that makes me uncomfortable, I automatically assume that they're a moron. I don't assume that they're a bad person. I just assume they're stupid. That's honestly the way yeah, or nervous, or there's something going on.
Could tell that the guy had realized immediately when he said that he had said it in a far too creepy way, and, I could realize the guy didn't mean it. So I didn't want this guy to get absolutely dragged by like 10 to 15,
because you know he's gonna go back and watch the
people
VOD.
live. Because I could tell the guy just up and said the wrong thing. The guy didn't mean it, and he didn't actually want to know where I lived. However, because this guy just kind of up for one brief second, now a lot of internet people are going to label him as a freak and a weirdo, and I don't think that's fair. Like, yes, it was kind of creepy, but I could just tell the guy didn't mean it in the way that it appeared, which is unfortunate. And another example of this that happened recently is that I was doing an IRL stream with Mouse. I had told people, and I told Mouse that I was not gonna take any photos or talk to any stream snipers that stream, because for me it was just a thing for Mouse. It was a Christmas thing for Mouse. Mouse doesn't get to go outside. Mouse doesn't get to see any of these Christmas lights, so I wanted to take her around to go and see all the Christmas markets and just kind of get a perspective of what it's like in Japan to see all this stuff. And I told people I didn't want to do stream snipers because I felt like that was hers to enjoy, and I don't think it was fair to allow people to try and have their moment in that. And somebody came up to me near the end of the stream and kind of was trying to play it off like they had found me accidentally, and I just told them, no, I'm not taking any photos, and I don't want to. And I said maybe another time.
Oh, hi. What's up?
What a coincidence.
Coincidence?
Yeah.
Yeah, what a big coincidence.
Yeah, maybe not right now.
She knows.
Sorry, man. Nice meeting you though, man. Take care.
And the guy had clearly looked like he'd made a mistake. He looked like he was really dejected by it. He realized he f***ed up, and actually he messaged me a day or two later on Instagram. I don't know how I caught this because I never checked my Instagram messages. Hey Connor, I was the coincidence guy from yesterday. Just wanted to say sorry for interrupting the special stream. I acted before thinking, but I felt I would regret not taking what felt like once in a lifetime chance to meet you in person.
See, this is what I'm saying, right? Is like, these people are not bad people. They just do weird shit. It's like all the time. Like, I've had people fucking do all kinds of weird shit to me at conventions. I grew up in Austin, so it's impossible to make me uncomfortable. But to a normal person, this would very much upset them.
I do feel guilty now, though, since it was for sure not the best time, especially given that it wasn't your stream specifically. So sorry again, but still thanks for being so chill about it. Hope the stream ended up being a great one. Merry Christmas. I basically just told the guy, hey, don't worry about it. It's all good. The guy had obviously realized that he f***ed up, and I appreciated that. But still, it was not welcome. So why am I talking about this? Why am I talking about the different types of stream snipers? And why am I ranting about this? And after reading Kaho's...
What was it really coincidence? No, but he said that because he felt insecure, or he felt stupid about trying to find the guy. So, like, he felt embarrassed about the fact that he tried to stream snipe him, so he tried to play it off as if it was a coincidence to make himself not feel uncomfortable about the situation. That's probably what it was.
Tweet, it just made me think a little bit more about stream sniping and how I viewed it, and how I might have played a role in normalizing stream sniping. And honestly, it made me a little bit torn, because in one hand, I feel like I know how to juggle these situations, and I know how to deal with people, and I know how to kind of be able to handle any social situation thrown my way. However, I know that not everyone can, and not everyone takes all the precautions that maybe I would normally. I want to just get this out there right now. Please do not stream snipe me. If you are watching my stream and you are within a proximity of where I am streaming, please do not come and track me down. I just ultimately think that the risks outweigh the benefits, and I don't really want it. Unless I'm doing a stream where I specifically say, hey, come and stream snipe me, or I kind of have some challenge where stream sniping is the challenge. If I'm just walking around hanging out with my friends, or I'm just doing a stream with Mouse, please don't stream snipe me. Ultimately, I'm just streaming for myself and the 10,000 other people that are watching live, and somebody kind of coming in to get their own personal moment for 5 minutes is a bit selfish. I think stream sniping has been normalized for a while, and I don't think that it should be. Just because I feel comfortable with it doesn't mean...
I do think what he's saying is a very good point. And I know that some people might take this as being like conceited or big ego or something like this, but you have to keep in mind that the people that are okay with it promote a culture that makes other people feel incredibly unsafe and uncomfortable. So if you look at it from that perspective, and the environment that creates for other people without really their approval or consent, then I think it makes a lot of sense what he's saying here.
That every other streamer will, and I don't really want to be perpetuating that stream sniping is a normal thing that should happen and that it's totally okay to do. Obviously, this doesn't mean if you genuinely bump into me at, say,
yeah, see this, give me a second. Some guy says, don't stream snipe me, but then he says, but I might make it a challenge. This guy's an idiot. So you're the kind of person that would come up to somebody and say it's a coincidence after you've tried to triangulate their location for 5 hours on a live stream. Just because you lack the social awareness and the nuances to see the difference in those two things does not mean that everybody else does, okay? Please, please keep that in mind. Every normal person clearly fucking understands what the difference is.
Coffee shop, or I'm just walking down the street in Tokyo. Yeah, obviously, come say hi to me. You know, if you watch my stuff, that's awesome, and I want to say thank you for supporting me.
Yeah.
But don't stalk me while I'm streaming. It's just weird, and I just don't want it. I love IRL content, and I think it's one of the most interesting ways of using the live streaming format, especially if you do kind of curated streams. I would hate for more people to be dissuaded from doing IRL streams because they feel unsafe or because viewers just won't stop showing up. And generally on stream, I'm really open to meeting new people because I like to go with the flow.
Yeah, I think that's the way a lot of people feel, is they stress out about it a lot. Especially after there's been weird shit that's happened over the last few years.
I like to see what happens if I go with the flow. I actually met a VTuber in public who kind of saw that I was streaming and came up to me in this clip here.
Magical girl 826.
Oh, that was really fun.
I'm a Basil.
Basil?
And they were really chill, and they invited me to come stream a poker night in Japan, which is awesome, and I did, and that was really cool.
And they didn't even kill him and sell his body parts.
So I am generally really open to meeting new people on stream and
look at that.
Seeing where the night takes me, if you will. But, you know, that isn't people tracking me down, looking at the stream, trying to find me. It's a very different vibe. Ultimately, there is a time and a place for meet and greets. I go to conventions a lot. There are opportunities to meet me. Just don't be selfish. Streaming has gotten way too big and way too mainstream to have stream sniping be a normal thing that happens. So please, just don't stream snipe. Also, let me know down below if you want me to talk about more stuff like this to involve streaming on the second channel. I'm down to. This was fun. Bye.
I'll tell you one thing, man. If you ever stream snipe me, you better not be fucking annoying. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I don't really ever make a lot of comments on this because I think it really, you know, it really turns it into like a bigger thing than what it is. But, yeah, just don't be fucking annoying. Alright, yeah, just say hi. Be like, hey, man, love the stream. Alright, cool. Peace. That's it. Yeah, and just polite whenever people snipe them, tell them to fuck off. Yeah, but that's too much. One is a girl, is also a streamer. What a hypocrite Sea Dog is. Yeah, of course it's different whenever it's a streamer. See, like, I love how there's, like, 5 or 10 of these, like, butthurt, socially fucking repressed, like fucking delayed, like the six-year-old understanding of social interactions that are like, oh, but he's in a public place. But then he's in a, like this is some kind of like a normal fucking thing to go out of your way to like go talk to somebody and triangulate their location by looking at their live stream and then cross-referencing it with your own memory to then go to that location to meet that person. Like, this is the same fucking thing as just streaming in a public space. There is obviously a massive fucking difference with this, and I do think that it makes a lot of people uncomfortable, and I don't think that anything that anybody ever says is going to make people stop doing it. Because what I've learned over the years is that people lose all sense of, like, rationality, self-respect, and self-control whenever there's somebody there that makes them excited. Whether it's like some fucking hot girl, whether it's some streamer, they will always do the embarrassing, cringe, annoying thing. And it doesn't matter how many times you tell them not to do it, they're still gonna fucking do it, man. So it's not normal calling people things shows how much degenerate you are. Oh, you get mad all you want. I don't give a fuck. I'm not gonna read your fucking messages. Who gives a shit, man? But, like, listen, all I'm saying is if you go and you spend all this time going after somebody and being annoying, of course people not going to like it. Like, it's, I mean, you do this to anybody, they're not going to like it. Yeah, I mean, damn. Society, the t-shirt is worth them to do us 10 minutes of fame? I don't know, man. Yeah. Hot girls can stream snipe me? Yeah, hell yeah, brother. You got that right. Exactly my point. Yeah, don't do this unless it's a challenge. Isn't going to stop people from doing it. People who do this are socially inept or creepy. No, I mean, don't celebrities deal with this kind of stuff all the time? They do, but it's different whenever people know where you are, right? Like, celebrities deal with it on a spontaneous nature. People finding it on the live stream is a premeditated action. You see kind of what the difference there is? It's different, like, oh, you just see somebody versus, oh, I found out where they are. I'm going to go there right now. Like, that's totally fucking different. Celebs already have people waiting and camping outside their house. Hello? Oh, no, they do, right? That's different, of course. But, like, I'm not saying that's any different. I hate that shit, by the way. I think the police should be way harsher on that. The whole idea of a paparazzi, to me, is just a fucking sick society. It's so weird. A bunch of fucking losers trying to take pictures of some guy because he plays a role in a movie. It's so creepy and weird. How the fuck is this legal? It's insane, man. Like, I cannot see a single advantage to having that exist in society. It is awful. Yeah, those creeps that call businesses every streamer visits, bro, they do that because they want to see the reaction. It has nothing to do with the streamer. They just want an audience. It's the same reason why people donate on a stream that has TTS. You think they're donating that $20 because they're like, wow, I really like Asmongold. I want to show him that I care and I like what he's doing. Abso-fucking-lutely not. They're doing it because they want to tell their funny joke to the chat. That's why. It's got nothing else besides that to it. Okay, I think this is a decent video. I do think that generally the best way to address things like this is not to address them. I do think so. Unpleasant situation with someone approaching you? I don't know. I mean, like, I would say this. If I was another person, I would have had an unpleasant experience. For me, it doesn't bother me. But for another person, it would. Does that make sense? So I think IRL live streaming should be a thing. Once it becomes big enough, will it become life-threatening? I thought ICE should be world first of that. Yeah, it's always a weird topic, right? Like, I mean, because you are putting people at risk, but at the same time, people break the law to make that risk happen. So, like, whose fault really is it? I think, again, it's probably the best way to do it is, like, to have it be up to the businesses, you know? Like, if you're a business and somebody's live streaming, you don't like the attention it's bringing, tell them to get the fuck out. That's totally fucking fine. That's my perspective on it. Yeah, I see you're coming from TTS joke thing. On the other hand, really enjoy someone I do just support whenever I can. Oh, yeah, no, I'm saying, like, there's a lot of people on the other way. I'm not saying it's 100% one way or another, because it's not. Absolutely. Yeah. Stalker fan concerned with full cycle, full hate, reject them and they'll flip. Oh, of course, man. Except you live streamers don't ask for permission. Well, I think that you don't need permission because it's in a public space, right? I mean, like, unless it says no recording, then it's in a public space. So if you go out in public and you get recorded out in public, then that's what happens. You know, it's simple. Hypocrisy. Bro, if you think this is hypocrisy, you have literally no social awareness. You probably don't have any friends. You don't know how to interact with people in real life. Like, I'm not going to explain it to you. It's going to take me too long. So if you think that's hypocritical, that's totally fucking fine. I am not even going to begin to disabuse you of that notion. Please think whatever you want.